Ladies and gentlemen, good day to you. Anyway, you're listening. I am Yemi Olaleye. I'm a global financial market analyst, and this week we had a fantastic opportunity, just like last week, and we want to look at those opportunities we can explore in the market for this week. And starting for the week, we start with the fundamental outlook as usual from the 17th of March till Friday, 21st of March 2025. And let's see what we have on the fundamental outlook. On Monday, we have 1:30 p.m. US dollar coming up with the core retail sales, which is a very fantastic opportunity to see high impact news on this day. And US dollar is the only high impact news we have from the Fresh Factory on Monday 17. On Tuesday, we have Canadian dollars only on high impact news, 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time as well, which is the CPI coming up. And Wednesday, we have tentative JPY coming up, and we have US dollar coming up 7 p.m. Nigerian time and 7:30 Nigerian time consecutively. And rounding up for the day on Wednesday, we have NZD coming up on the GDP. So the USD coming up for 7 p.m. is the federal funds rate, FOMC economic projections, and we're expecting this market to be volatile, of course, on Wednesday. And Thursday, where we have the most of the high impact news for this week, starting with the holiday from the bank holiday from Japan, 1:30 a.m. for the Australian dollar employment change, and 8 a.m. Nigerian time for Great Britain pounds claimant count change. 9:30 a.m. we have CHF, which is the Swiss franc, coming up to 10 a.m. Nigerian time, which is the SNB monetary policy assessment, SNB press conference, and 1 p.m. Nigerian time, Great Britain pounds is coming up, and monetary policy summary, official bank rate at 1 p.m. Nigerian time. 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, we have both Great Britain pounds and US dollar coming up. And Great Britain pounds is focusing on the BOE's Governor Bailey speaks, and US dollar coming up is focusing on unemployment claims. And 5:50 p.m. Nigerian time, Canadian dollar is coming up with the BOC Governor Macklem speaks. And Friday, to wrap up for the week, 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, we have Canadian dollar coming up as the only high impact news for that day, which is the core retail sales and the retail sales monthly by monthly. And let's go into the DXY for the fundamental from the technical outlook. Let's start with the DXY and see what opportunities we have in the market. Without wasting time, starting from the monthly outlook, we saw that DXY has been on a sell momentum for quite a time now. We'll be expecting that sell to continue because this energy is kind of much. And then from where it is now, expect the market to still do a bit of movement into this range in the future. All right. So that is on the monthly time frame. Let's go to the daily, well, the weekly. On this weekly time frame, by the way, looking at this coming, I want to check something. Okay. So looking at this way, on the weekly, it remains the same. The energy for the sell remains the same. This remains bearish, in my own opinion. This remains really bearish on the DXY for this week. So we expect more bearish momentum again for this week on DXY. So basically, if you look at that from this perspective, that means we'll be looking forward to long EU and GU. Going to the daily time frame, we say that on the daily, there is a little bit of reversal and range for the last week. We can see that the market is actually building some little momentum, even though what we're expecting to see more is something like this at the end of the day. So basically, we're expecting a little bit of buy on the daily time frame for the DXY to clear these previous high levels. And then let's just reason this level. Okay. So we expect the little buy to this level, and then we can expect the bearish momentum to the weekly zone that we've seen before now. So where is the weekly zone? The weekly zone is right here. Like I've drawn it, is right here. So basically on the daily time frame, we maintain a little bit of buy before we now anticipate for the sell that will go to the weekly supply zone. Until then, Great Britain pounds US dollar remains a bullish momentum to me, in my own opinion. 4-hour time frame on the DXY, we've seen how the market has moved. It has moved significantly with high momentum into the bearish direction. We can wait for the market to only clear this little high before we have more bearish momentum. If we go by where we had liquidities are everywhere around here. We have one here, we have another one right here, and we can expect the market to also move into those liquidity zones before we can tap in for a sell. But ideally, the market needs to open and we see much of the momentum on how it's going to work out so we can follow the plan. And we are not fighting with the market, we are just trying to follow what the market is doing. Okay, on US dollar, starting from the monthly time frame, let's see what we have. it's been a bullish momentum for this month. And where do we have the supply zone? Is right here. Okay, when you look at that, if you look at this critically, you will see that after we had this failure swing right here, we can tell that it's liquidity resting above that zone, right? Meaning there is money to be made above that zone. So which means at this low level pricing we had, the market has actually created a lower low. It shifted, forming with a doji in the previous month, and last month with another bullish candle. This month, massive bullish candle, covering up for the fair value gap that was created here. And this only tells us that the market is heading to a supply zone. However, this is also another block zone whereby we can anticipate the market to come into at least the range. We can expect the threshold level right there. So what that means is we can expect the market to still get to 1.1096. Ideally, I will be looking at a random zone. Okay, a whole number zone is not bad. 1.100. So I'll be looking at 1.100. So basically, this remains a bullish momentum to me on Euro US dollar. So I'm expecting the market to still do a bit of that buy. I'm looking at the weekly time frame, therefore. Let's check the charts. Let's see what we have. So I'm going to take out this guy. So looking at the time frame on this weekly, you see the market still looks bullish because right here the momentum is bullish. Last week ended bullish, and this is not a reversal yet. This level was tested. This high level here was tested, though it was rated and closed below. But with this energy and momentum, it remains bullish in the market. So ideally, I will still be expecting the market to still do a little bit of that bullish momentum. And in fact, that's more than a little bit. It's a bit more. Ideally, we have a fair value gap level here, which is also a very good price level for the market to move into, which is about 176 pips on average. And we can expect more bullish momentum on the weekly time frame for Euro US dollar. And on the weekly, let's see what we have there. On the daily time frame, it wasn't really nice for last week. It was a bit of bullish, bearish, ranging, and the rest of that. So ideally, I'll be expecting a bit of retracement to this level to clear before I see the market moving into that supply zone. So basically, I'm expecting a bit of bearish momentum on Euro US dollar to drop about 100 pips below, which the market might likely not do the way I'm looking at it because of the bullish momentum. How do I think so? Look at this. Look at what the market is showing here. So which means this will be the complete circle right here. This will be the complete circle right here. So if the market still have this in mind to move into, then we should expect more bullish momentum. There may not be much time for that bearish momentum. There may not be really deep retracements. We may just experience more continuation. And look at what happened there. Just a little bit. And let's check. We can use that to gauge 189 pips. And let's check this. This is about 186 pips. So what are we expecting? So the market may really not do much of that retracement before the market starts buying again. So on Euro US dollar, we'll be looking forward to just see how the market will move into a price range like this. Let me focus here. I'll be looking at our price will move into a price range at 1.0815, and when the price gets there, if I see any bullish formation candlestick pattern, especially on the daily time frame of 4 hours, but daily most importantly, I'll be looking forward to long this market. So that is that on Euro USD. On 4 hour time frame, the analysis remains the same. I can only look for a way to refine my entry zone, which means I may be looking forward to see a better entry position on this intraday opportunity, and that is I'm having a fair value gap just below those price levels. So if I'm seeing a reversal price pattern right here between this level and this level, I'll be taking it, I'll be considering it for a buy because this is a fair value gap, of course. So which means I may expect the market to just do a little bit. I'm coming to just do that little bit of sell into this range before you start buying. And that will be about how many pips? Let me check. That'll be about 15 pips, which is quite small, relatively small. Then compared to this one from here, this is about 58 to 60 pips on average, which is still very good. So I'll be considering that. I will choose this over this. I will choose the 50 pips retracement over the other 15 pips to 20 pips retracement before I buy Euro US dollar. All right, that is that on the 4 hour time frame for Euro USD. And let's see what we have on the Great Britain pounds US dollar for this week. Starting from the monthly time frame. Great Britain pounds US dollar also right here remains a strong bullish momentum. It remains a very strong bullish momentum. Though ideally, following the price pattern with what we've seen here, with this high level that was broken, that was taken out right here, because another high was created. And with that, therefore, with what has happened in the markets, the price level here, with what we've seen so far so well, we can tell that the market is actually forming a price pattern that we've seen before, time after time. So when the market took out this low to grab liquidity, follow with the last month bullish candle, this month massive bullish candle, right here we can tell that the market is actually at a supply zone, which means we're expecting a sell. But then this is a monthly time frame anyways. We still expect the market to still do a bit of that buy. Even if it's going to sell, it still have to do a little bit of that threshold, about 300 pips, to come in the coming days or coming weeks. But let's go to the weekly time frame to further analyze this, to break it down simpler. Looking at that perspective, let me take out everything here. Looking at the market from that perspective, higher high was created at this level. From here to here, higher high was created, right? The low we had was broken. The other low we had was broken. The low we had was broken. This low was also broken. So basically, the market is leaving this level as a demand zone, which the market has tapped into, started buying from there, and there we have this level now as a supply zone, which is also another block level for us. And with that outlook, therefore, we can tell that the market still has more bullish momentum and energy to move into this price level, especially at the threshold, which is also a very good point to look at the market from. And before then, we had another level where liquidity can just be grabbed, which is the fair value gap level right here. If you look at that, the market has about 250 pips on average to get into that zone. So with all of this now, we had the opportunity to see that the market is still very much of a bullish momentum. And when these levels are cleared, we can decide on whether to buy or to sell based on what the market is showing. But ideally for now, it is a bullish momentum. Level has been cleared, has been created, liquidity has been grabbed, and the market has moved above those levels. So we can only expect the market to keep buying from where it is currently. And on daily time frame, therefore, let's see what we have on the daily. The daily has been messy for last week. It was really messy one. A little bit of bullish momentum, bearish and ranging momentum at the same time. That's everything we can see right here. All right. But then, notwithstanding, what do we have in this market? What can we benefit from that outlook? Therefore, looking at this from this perspective, we can expect the market to do a bit of sell to this range and tap into where we're expecting. Ideally, this is what I'll be expecting. And of course, there is a level here where the market has a liquidity, which is the fair value gap. The market's level to that price zone now currently is about 100 pips on average. So are we expecting this to happen for the Great Britain pounds US dollar to actually do a bit of sell right now? That's what we figure out in the market. But ideally, Great Britain pounds US dollar is at a supply zone, but then we expect more bullish momentum, because not at the immediate level we expect it to start selling. So basically, we still have a little bit of sell opportunity on the Great Britain pounds US dollar daily time frame before we have a buy momentum coming up. And of course, Monday is a very great day to look for the market, to wait for the market to form, and we can conclude on what to do with that currency pair for that week. So basically, what we have here is the market is not done with the formation. This is a complete circle right here. So the market still has a lot to do. From the current market price, the market still have about 500 pips to the upside on Great Britain pounds US dollar. Following this outlook, the market has created this time after time. So all we can expect is to see a bit of this retracement down here. Then we continue to buy. But on 4-hour time frame for intraday opportunities, let's filter. If we can have somewhere better where we can anticipate the market to get into for that week. This is a whole messy ranging here. And all of this that you're looking at is a trendline liquidity zone. What do I mean by that? I mean above that level you're seeing. Above these levels you're seeing. Coming above this level you're seeing is a momentum for buy opportunity in the future. So everything you're looking at right here, the market's likely going to find a way around it to break it below, grab liquidity, and then push away. Basically, I would have expected the buy to continue immediately, but then this is the fair value gap level here, which the market has tapped into once or twice or 3 times. So now I'm not really expecting that level to be maximized again. of course, the market has broken through the high, now trend liquidity. So basically, we can't be waiting for the market to just do a little bit of that buy, probably back into this range, which I'm not really sure of. That's, to me, it's a little bit of potential. It's not high potential for me. So I won't do well with the 4-hour time frame analysis here, because this is not really showing much momentum for a particular direction. But ideally, going back to the daily time frame, we have the clarity of a sell momentum before we have a buy. So how would that happen on 4 hours? We can expect the market to move into this range, which is about 30 pips. So if this happens on 4-hour time frame, this is intraday opportunity, by the way, so much may not be expected, then we can tap in for a buy from there. So this is the outlook on Great Britain pounds US dollar for this week, and I wish you well. This is a buy momentum, of course. So at the end of the day, we're looking forward to a more dominant buy. So be careful when you sell, don't sleep on it. Watch your trade and set the profit and stop loss, and you move around your team. Okay. And the monthly time frame for AUD US dollar, let's see what we have. This guy is not looking so clear like the two other previous guys, but we can tell something for sure, that this guy put out a strong bullish momentum for last month, which also rated with a bearish momentum, and leaving us this month with a bullish momentum which has done about 200 pips on average back and forth. But this is not looking really too nice. But at the same time, we can look at this market from this perspective, that there is a liquidity zone at this price level, which means we can still expect the market to get here before it will buy, or we can expect it to still get here before it continue to sell. So basically, this is what we'll be expecting on AUD US dollar, more bullish momentum on the monthly time frame. And with that, we do about 800 pips on average, which I expect it to do about 100 pips on average. So let's go to the weekly time frame and see what we have on weekly time frame. Therefore, last week was bullish for AUD US dollar, and then we can look at this from a perspective that we still expect this week to be bullish for AUD US dollar. At least we'll be expecting the market to still create a level of momentum to take out this high in the future, in the coming days, and that level to where the market is right now is about 80 something pips. So that's why I'm targeting 100 pips on average for AUD US dollar buy. So back and forth sell will happen on it, yes, and events surrounding Australia will also determine the movement of this guy. So on the daily time frame, let's look at what we have on the daily time frame. It's really ranging. This is not clear. All of these days, it's quite so much of a range, and this is not really clear in the market. So I'll just stick to what we've had on the lower time frame, on the higher time frame. Looking at this is much of ranging for me. So if I have to analyze this, I will be expecting the market to move either ways, and I do not like such analysis, because I should be able to see clearly which of the directions I'm expecting the market to move into. Right here, liquidity has been grabbed. Can you see that candle theory? Can you see how the price has been fairly moved? And this is not a fair value gap, by the way, okay? And everything here is just a balanced price range, and we can only wait for the market to do more bullish momentum. But with this outlook alone, it's not really too clear. So I'll be waiting for that weekly outlook to be the guide for what I've analyzed on the daily. So however, I'll be going back bullish on the AUD US dollar. On the 4-hour time frame for this AUD US dollar, I can look at the market and see potential opportunity for a sell, whereby there is a liquidity below this price level, and from where the current market price is to there is about 14 to 15 pips on 4-hour time frame. So looking at that now, I may expect the market to do a bit of retracement into this range before we have the buy for the week. All right, this is the outlook on the AUD US dollar for this week, and this basically remains a bullish momentum on higher time frame. Okay, let's go to the USD card, and I should do USDJPY. Looking at USDJPY, the last analysis we had, we expected to actually sell more, but the market actually, it sold a little, it bought a little, and it was ranging for the few other days. But on monthly time frame, let's check what we have on the USDJPY. Okay, so on the monthly time frame, we have a fantastic sell opportunity right here. So however, this was looking bullish at some point. It was looking bullish, massive bullish. Therefore, the market came to wipe some liquidity from this price level. It went bullish again until it gets to a supply zone, and it's been bearish since then. And where do I mean? You can use the average zone from here to here, which the market has seen Have you seen this bearish candle? It tapped into it, not reaching the threshold, but of course it reached almost the threshold and we started selling, and that's been like 3 months from since now. That's since January. So currently we have this opportunity in the market that this is looking bearish. It has taken off the low level we have, and we might experience more bearish momentum in this market. And let's go to the weekly. That's what we have. I'll take this out. Weekly time frame analysis. So the current price level now is a level where we should be expecting the bullish momentum, and of course it's because the liquidity was trapped in here, and that is the fair value gap level. That is an imbalance level where we had the liquidity being trapped, and we have the opportunity to see last week market. It closed with bullish momentum. However, it was a tussle between the bulls and the bears in the market. So for this week, what we be expecting from the market will be sell, because this is still showing more of a sell momentum right here, and the price is actually balanced from where it is right now. So if I'll be expecting anything from this market, therefore I'll only be expecting a little bit of this and more bearish momentum in this market. So at this level, I'll be expecting the sell. All right, so basically this remains a sell for me. But then let's go to the daily time frame to further see more opportunity. And on daily, look at this. We have so choppy candles, even on the daily time frame. So ideally, with this outlook, look at this. This was the low price level after higher high was formed, and this level was taken out. Now the market is here, and don't forget this level was a level we have fair value gap on a higher time frame. So if we experience a little bit of buy, we experience it because we had liquidity being trapped in that zone. And so for last week, the few days to the end of last week, we had the markets reaching out to this high on Wednesday, which is 149.251, and on Thursday bearish candle. Friday we had another one at 149.04, and the market closed at 148.61. So ideally, I'll be looking at the market to just target these previous high levels, these previous high zones, before we can experience a sell. And of course, it's looking a little bit bullish, but then the overall movement is based on what we've seen on the bearish momentum from the monthly time frame. So we may expect a little bit of buy into this range, and then we can expect more sell momentum in this market. And where would that be? Of course, looking at this peradventure, the market move well, we may see the market coming into this range. And that is about how many pips to the current market price? About 358 to 350 pips to the current market price, which is also a fantastic price zone. So this is a beautiful price action, and this is on USDJPY daily time frame. Going to the 4-hour time frame analysis, let's see what we have. This is looking bearish because we have a fatal swing right here. The previous low we had here, we may be expecting the market to actually still go bearish rather, and do a little bit of this and that. So if you're an intraday trader, this may be a very good opportunity for you to look at the market from different perspective, because right here we had opportunities in the market to see clearly, and this will be more beautiful when we wait for the market to actually still break this level, and that will be probably Monday, Tuesday. So basically there is so much power in waiting for market to open on Monday and further know the clarity for the week, so that will be even more insightful. However, if there's anything I need to let you know, I will definitely let you know in course of the week. I'm going to drop on the group chat, on the channel rather. So this is it here. I will be expecting this to happen. Okay, so whatever forms here will give me an insight of where we should be targeting for this to sell. Okay, so this is that on USDJPY. Let's check out what we have on gold. Gold broke the record of all-time high again last week, like we analyzed last week. That I'll be expecting it to still go bullish because it is dominantly bullish for the time being. Of course, we expected the bearish momentum, but I said I do not really trust the bearish momentum because the massive bullish momentum was quite too much. And basically, we've seen the market broke the previous high level, which claimed the all-time high at 3,004 for last week. And monthly time frame, this remains a very strong bullish momentum. Looking at the market from the perspective of the weekly, this again looks very bullish. One funny thing about gold right now is that it's like you trading in no man's land. There is no reference point to see where it has returned before, because this is the all-time high. So basically, we're trading with what we see in the market. We're really trading with what we see. So ideally, the previous high level we had, all-time high, has been broken right here. So we can wait for the daily time frame to see if we have opportunity there. If we're going to have a retracement on gold, it may never be huge, it may never be much. From where the market is right now, we had a bullish man reversal to break out that zone to create the all-time high candle for the last week Friday, and that was fantastic. That was much and huge. That was on Thursday, rather. That was on Thursday. So basically, with this week now, what are we expecting? Are we expecting more bearish momentum? Probably we have something like this. We would be grateful, but I know certainly we're going to expect more bearish momentum after the all-time high has been broken, and when the previous low was taken out, then we can expect more bullish momentum for gold. I don't know if it's going to break the all-time high again this week. I'm not too sure about that yet, but there's most likely going to be a little bit of event around gold for this week. And basically expected it to break the previous level for Friday in the market. This is a whole level right here. Gold is not has not been seen to do much retracement in the time past ever since it's been on the bullish run. Okay, and if not for that, we'll be expecting the market to actually still find its way into a range like this, whereby we have the liquidity being trapped here. And at what price level at the threshold, we can look at 295880, but it's quite too early to expect gold to dump into that price range right now. But then whatever happens in the world will determine the fundamental, and that will determine what gold will do. So essentially, we would only be waiting for gold to do something like this for this week, and from here we find a way to buy again. Ideally, I'm looking forward to this buy because this is massive. Look at what the market has printed on the 4-hour time frame. So peradventure, if you're looking at the market where liquidity is right now, we can look at this price level to this price level, but trust me, the market is, I do not think, in my own opinion, that gold will come to that price level. I do not think so. Gold has not really done any major or significant pullback ever since. Okay, so this is just what I'm seeing on the gold. It is still very much of a bullish momentum. But eventually, I'm going to wait to buy again. I will wait for the market to do a bit of pullback to this price range before I target another buy. But right now, let it rest a little bit. And this momentum right here looks bearish, but then it will be for a short time before we have more bullish momentum on the long term. All right, this is the outlook I have for this week. I hope you trade with proper risk management. Do what is essential for you to do, and I wish you all the best.